Yeah.
Make these niggas rap and play it. I'm walking niggas down with that 4 pound when they go down. That Pakistan chopper knock his forehead to the low ground. Daily when I'm birth, blood spreading through the turf. But it's a lot of niggas dead. What's out here fucking up that work? Fucking over niggas' money, playing crazy like he can't be touched. Mobile gas station, drop the window when I fuck him up. Bossing up when I'm blasting off that blow money. Fucking record.
What up, though? OG Kenny. O_G_ Kenny. I retired from the streets TV. Welcome back. If y'all haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Go ahead and smash the like once you get into the video and get a feel for it. And if you got, if it's what you like, then hit the like button. Don't like it just to like. If you like it, like it. If not, then that's cool. But get in the comment section. Feel free to say what you want to. And as always, if you find anything interesting or valuable in the content, then share the video by all means. So let's get into the story, right? I'm at Macomb Prison. This is late '99. I had been I had tapped a little J here and there throughout the course of my my bid, and up to this point, this was like I told y'all the previous story, and I kind of jumped the gun on that story because that story was like later on in my bid where I told y'all how I almost told on myself, right? So I wanted to go back and tell y'all these stories from the beginning. So this right here is actually my first time I caught a buzz while incarcerated, and it was around the holiday. I want to say it was close to November. So plus I had just got the bad news, like I told you on the previous story about the brother who had got the life plus 40 years plus the 10 years, whatever they charged him. Bro, it was like crazy. But to this day, bro, up the way, and I shot him some mail not too long ago. Like, he one of them dudes, like, his family is decent, right? They got decent reputation, and it was kind of a black eye to his family, so that's why I don't really throw that out there, like his whole information, unless he really wanted me to do that or get on the platform and explain his story himself. But anyway, I had just got that news about him, and it was still messing me up a little bit because that was my family, and this was one of the first dudes that I knew personally that got all that time like that. I never met nobody before then who had got that much time that I kind of came up with. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a blow to my soul, to my heart, and everything else. So I wanted to catch a buzz. It was against my dean and all that, right? It's a lot of stuff I did against my dean because I was warring with myself still, and I was still young in my faith. So, anywho, I remember I told y'all in the episode about singles as cleaners, we had Officer Underwood, who was our unit officer at the time. She was so smooth and laid back that on the holiday, she actually played the music through the PA system in the unit. She asked all the dudes, she said, "You ain't gonna be no problem if I mix it up and play something here. I might have to play something for the white boys now." Everybody got to laugh, and we with it. As long as it's a good energy, everybody good. But I promise you, this didn't even feel like prison this day. She played the music from the time, unless the officer came in that was a superior, she had cut it down and whatnot. But the counselor wasn't against it. The unit counselor, or what they call the ARUS, the assistant residential unit supervisor. The ARUS wasn't on no garbage. The COs was in good spirits that day, and I forget the brother now. I would love to shout him out, man, because he a decent dude, and I saw him in the streets after I came home. The CO brother, I forget his name, was at Macomb. If y'all remember, y'all was at Macomb late '99, 2000. The dude worked the unit with Underwood. I forget his name. He was a good brother. Shout out to him. But we had a vibe all day. Now, later on in the afternoon, evening, I tell you, when the wintertime come, it gets dark fast, early, right? So they like, dog, when second shift come on, we gon', you know what I mean, whoop whoop. And just so happened, we had a decent officer on second shift. I forget who it was, but they knew the vibe. And when they came in, she told them, like, look, I've been kind of letting them play the music. It's up to you, whatever. But and they exchanged their energy. So when that energy exchanged, it was a good vibe with this second shift officer, because a lot of times you usually get some buttholes on first shift, and the second shift officer usually be cool anyway. But it was a good vibe, like I was saying. But it was time to get buzzed. What the dudes were saying, my homies, look, I'm around young dudes. They like, dog, I just got this, I got that, I got some drink, I got some oop. What's up? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to be in here tweaking out, bro. being here, I'm gonna be thinking about going home. I'm gonna want to be in the streets. I'm gonna want to call home. You know how it is, especially if you ain't caught a buzz in a long time. Like I said, I had, caught a little slight buzz in Virginia and whatnot. But when I caught that buzz, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to go back to the unit and write some raps. I wanted to draw. I wanted to work out. I wanted to flirt with some of the COs. I wanted to get on the phone and talk to people in the streets. I'm like, man, I felt like I was tweaking out because I felt like I was running out of time because the buzz only going to last so long. So it was like Cinderella with the glass slipper. It was like, dang, I done caught this buzz, and I want to do everything possible off of it to remind me that I ain't, or kind of remind me of the streets and kind of get my mind away from being in prison or incarcerated. So when I'm talking to the homies, they trying to convince me, bro, come on, man, we just gonna get a little bit, man, a little cap full, feel me, take the edge out. We know you Solar, we know you big Muslim, we know you come on now, bro. I ain't you human, bro, come on, lighten up. Like, you too young for that, bro. You go, come on. So I'm like, all right. So what I do, I let peer pressure and temptation get the best of me, for real. And I'm like, all right, give me a little bit, right? So I get a little bit of my cup, because we in my man's cell. We put the curtain up or the sheet up or whatever, and we in there, and he got the little spray good going, got the fan towards the window, and we toking. I done hit it a couple times. I done hit the cup. They started freestyling. I'm like, I knew it was coming. Somebody's going to start freestyling, hitting on the thing, and not even caring that we making all this noise and we got this cloud of smoke in this room and everybody got some drink in their cup. But it was a vibe, man. These dudes get to going. It started settling in me. I started feeling it. I started flowing with them because, like I told you previously, I used to flow. I used to flow, like, you know what I mean? And I actually had ambitions on being an artist, but then I said, I don't like how artists was getting played. I was reading articles. When I read how 50 Cent had to make all that money off album sales and had to do shows and get merch sold and all that, I was turned off. I'm like, it's more money in the streets. That's how I felt. And that's how a lot of dudes from the streets felt back then, because a lot of street dudes was putting artists on. So anywho, and I ain't talking about like on a small level. I'm talking about, $10K a week, 100,000, some money that some artists don't even see. And they doing it probably now, but back then it wasn't like that. So we started flowing. We and that boy doing our thing. And right, going back and forth and whoop whoop, and I'm like, man, see, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't want this feeling. Now I want to be home. I want to be in the studio, dog. Imagine us in the studio, big chains on. Wow, we start rimming them. Yeah, dog, with the name on it, bam, and this on that. When I want a cufflink, no, I want the ring they got. I want Coleman Young head on that boy. We started talking crazy, right? And Joe Louis chain with the big fist iced out, all this. So it was a good vibe. It was a good time. But middle of the night, I wake up with the most vicious headache I ever had in my life. Stomach on tip. I'm sick because I had this beautiful dream. I'm in the streets. I didn't close my eyes. I didn't drift it off. I don't recall exactly what I dreamed of, but I remember waking up feeling anxious and anxiety ridden. Like, man, I really want to go home. Which is why over the years I really didn't get I learned how to handle the bid over time, but I wasn't a dude that was indulging all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a drinker in there, but I did used to indulge in me some treat, because I had my own bag eventually, and it was like the temptation was too high. At first, it was all about the profit. Then it was like, man, listen, I deserve this, right? You know how you start justifying stuff and you in denial at the same time, and which is the double-headed monster in addiction. When you an addictive personality traits or addictive personality person or whatever, you got that double-headed monster, justification and denial. You denying all these things. No, it ain't that bad. No, man, I don't drink. I drink a pint a day. That ain't that, and then you do justifying and you denying. You doing both, right? So I didn't want to be that person, but I started being that person eventually. The thing about substance abuse while you're incarcerated is what I've learned. That was a good vibe there. On the flip side of that, you got dudes that try to get you high and drunk or whatever and take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? On one level or another, not necessarily on nothing sexual, but it's a vulnerability for you when you got your guard down. So I didn't see dudes got so blowed. They done had little chains and stuff in their cell and other stuff. Being there with dudes don't know who, and you can't accuse. You gonna fight everybody then because you can't accuse one dude and everybody saying I don't know. You can't accuse nobody, right? You just got to either cut everybody off, and then you got dudes that's really genuinely innocent is gonna come to you like, bro, man. So when your guard down, it's hard, it's tough. I done seen some dudes who did have been sexually assaulted on the back of being high with somebody, right? The whole thing of it is, I don't condone it. I'm not condoning it. All I'm saying is that was a time for me when I was incarcerated, my first time catching a bud, and I did it because I was going through something. So the wrong reasons was there anyway. You know, God, thank God I didn't have no real further repercussions behind it besides a severe hangover and home being homesick as hell. Other than that, it was smooth, man. You know, so you're going to have your ups and downs if you ever get incarcerated. You're going to have them days where it's rough as hell. You're going to have them days where it's all right. You know, that was one of the days it was all right. You know. Yep. So anyway, man, I love y'all, man. I thank y'all for listening to me, bearing with me, staying tuned in. Like I said, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button if you liked the video. If you liked it, you feel me? Share the content, get in the comment section, say what you want. Keep the change, keep them nervous. OG Kenny at O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. The Facebook group is Retired from the Streets. And I'll see y'all later. I love y'all. Y'all be safe, and I'm out.
Ha.